Hey there. Today we're talking about upper and lower body separation. Fancy word would be disassociation. Being able to disassociate my upper and my lower body from each other really creates power into my throw. And this is the same with any rotational sport. Creating that separation is really what gives us that power and that distance. So the two things we're going to talk about today, we're going to do a lunge with a rotation. We're going to do an A-frame position. We can use these either as a stretch or as a dynamic warm-up. If we're using it for a stretch, I might do 3 to 4 on either side, holding each position for one breath and inhale and exhale. If I'm doing a dynamic warm-up, I might do about 10 repetitions to either direction. So the first one's going to be an A-frame. So the hinge comes from my hips first. I really sit back into my hips, making sure my spine stays straight. I'm going to take my forearm. My forearm's going to go right in between my knees. So face on, it's going to look like this. Hinge back, forearm between my knees. From here, we open up. And that's why it's called the A-frame. It creates an A shape between your knees. So again, if I am doing this for a stretch, I'm going to hold each one for one breath, inhale and exhale. And if I'm doing a dynamic warm-up, I'm going to do about 10 to 15 on either side. Second one is going to be a lunge twist. Now, I'm actually going to have you twist in both directions. So normally for rotational sports, we're going to lunge and I'm going to have people twist towards the knee that's in front of them because that's locking up this hip. So we're twisting towards a hip that's braced. This is good for backhand, but forehand we actually twist towards a hip that's open as well. So I'm going to actually have you do both directions. We would lunge, twist, return, twist the other way. Just make sure this knee does not kind of turn in on you. So from the front here, lunge, rotate towards the closed hip, and then we rotate towards the open hip, making sure we don't let everything go, keeping this knee braced up. Again, if it's a stretch, we hold for one breath, inhale, exhale, and I actually really feel that in my groin here. If it's a dynamic warm-up, we'll do 10 to each direction. And I can actually use a disc, and I'm thinking about pulling this apart in front of my chest to activate my core, which will make it a little more stable when I'm rotating. So the A-frame and the lunge rotation, I think are two great ways to get that upper and lower body disassociation or separation. Give that a try, and that should help you throw well.